Barbacoa is absolutely one of my favorite dishes in Mexico. But traditionally, it is made in a pit in the ground. So it sort of seems like it's just out of reach for most home cooks in the United States. But when you really take it apart, it is meat that is wrapped in some aromatic leaves and then slowly cooked. So we can slow cook in our kitchens. I mean, I could do it in the oven, or I can do it in my slow cooker, which is my appliance of choice here. But first, let's talk about the aromatic leaves. Now, typically, a barbacoa in central Mexico will be done in the large penca de maguey, or agave leaf. And thankfully, at the Mexican grocery store around the corner from my house, they're selling these now. So maybe you want to see if you can lay your hands on that. Other parts of Mexico, pit-cooked meat will be cooked in banana leaves. Those are readily available in Mexican and Asian and specialty grocery stores. And in central Mexico and southern Mexico, they use a lot of avocado leaves, which are also very readily available in the Mexican markets. So to start off my barbacoa here, the first thing that I'm going to do, since I have this maguey leaf, is to cut off a chunk of it and show you how you work with it. So I'm going to cut through it. It's very fibrous, and I will tell you that on the part of it that is exposed now, you don't want to touch that part of it because it could give a rash to your hand. And I'm going to soften it by putting it onto an open flame like we were roasting a chili here. And I'm just going to sort of char it and soften it. Then we're going to cut it up and use it to line the slow cooker. Now, my slow cooker is one that has the insert that you can take out. I have a shoulder roast of lamb. Central Mexico, they make barbacoa out of lamb. In the southern part of Mexico, they use a lot of goat. Northern part of Mexico, they're using a lot of beef. I want to brown this because when you're doing pit cooking, you get the pit really hot. Then you put the leaf wrapped meat in there when it's super hot, but then it starts to cool down and slowly cook. So I'm going to get the initial sear in my slow cooker by adding a little bit of oil to the bottom of the pot. I'm going to sprinkle this meat with some salt, then lay it down into the pot. Let's see if it's hot enough. Yeah, I got a nice little sizzle going on there. More salt over the top. I'm going to brown the lamb on all sides and then continue to roast the maguey until it's softened. It'll blacken in the process. We got browned meat and we've got the softened and charred leaf there. Now onto the flavorings that go into this. So this is kind of a classic red chili marinade that I'm doing, but I'm going to actually thin it out some to make it a braising liquid. And it's going to start with some herbs and spices. We've got the Mexican oregano and cinnamon that are going to go in here. A little bit of dark brown sugar, or you could use piloncillo. Garlic, of course. A little vinegar for tang. Smokiness comes from chipotle chilies. And then we have 2 dried chilies. The guajillo for brightness and the ancho for deep, rich sweetness. The first thing that I need to do with these ingredients, of course, is to clean the chilies. So pull out the stems, open them up, let the seeds fall out. I'm not going to be terribly careful about getting every one of them out because I'm going to strain this mixture in a minute. Then the vinegar and a chipotle chili, and then the rest of our ingredients. The canela, the dark brown sugar, oregano and garlic. Then I've got 2 cups of water, and I'm going to blend it until it's completely smooth. That'll take a minute or 2. I'm going to strain this through a medium mesh sieve over my lamb. Press that all through with a spatula. Now to this softened maguey leaf. I'm going to cut it into 3 pieces. There we go. and just nestle them down in here. What are they going to give? A little bit of char flavor, so it's going to add a rustic quality. And then they're also going to give the herbal element that cooking in maguey leaves does. Now, back onto the slow cooker. Grab it here and put it on, and the top on, and I'm going to cook that for about 6 hours on high. For the lamb, break up the cooked pieces into large chunks. Spread those pieces onto a platter and sprinkle them with some coarse salt. Spoon that beautiful pan juice over the lamb to add moisture, and you're ready for a party.